I recently purchased some stuff from Matco.com again. I've done this multiple times, but I've been organizing my tools lately. First off, I went ahead and opened this up already because I wanted to rip my address off. You're going to get this packing list, and I'm going to show you what I got here in a second. 30-day free trial period. Most everything that you buy, exclusions apply, from MatcoTools.com comes with a 30-day free trial period. If you are not fully satisfied, return the product for a refund. MatcoTools.com only asks that your return be complete and is in new condition with all original packaging. Please follow the instructions under your account at www.matcotools.com website. Warranty returns, so on and so forth. If you have any questions, what's the second page say? Probably just more packing list. Just one last thing I got here. So what did I buy? I can't even remember. Let's just look at it. So if you're not fully satisfied, you'd better keep this stuff in mint condition. Better not return it like it's been used for 30 years. So I got myself this thing right here. A very interesting flip socket. No, that's not the flip socket. That's just a bit socket right there. A quality bit socket. Gotta have one of those. You don't want the cheap one that comes in all your kits because the bits just fall out continuously. So this one has a nice ring clip in there that holds them in there. All right, what's next? Next we got whatever this thing is. It's a locking quarter drive extension. Very nice impact quality locking quarter drive extension, so you don't accidentally bump it against something, your socket falls off, you lose it in your engine bay, you waste a half an hour trying to find a $15 socket, and then you can't find it after wasting half an hour, and then the rest of your day is ruined because you lost your socket and you wasted half an hour. So go ahead and get yourself some locking extensions. I got them in all different shapes and sizes, but these are really long, and I don't use the long ones too often. Got the long ones in 3/8 drive. I need more in the smaller varieties. I've got lots of 3-inch and 4-inch in 3/8 drive, but I need to buy more quarter as well. I think this was the flip socket I was talking about. Of course, I'm not going to return this stuff. I just read the return policy just because I'm making a video, but I've never read the packing slip before. This is a 13mm quarter drive socket that I do not remember buying, but it was really late whenever I made this order, so maybe I did buy it. What I thought I bought was this right here, but maybe I bought both of those. Oh well, I'll use it. This is what I really thought that I bought, but I did buy it because I have it right here in my hand. It's a medium depth 13mm quarter drive impact swivel. Of course, you can make this combination yourself with this socket right here and a normal swivel, but then the same type of thing happens that I just explained right here. Actually, it's not, is it the exact same size? Almost the exact same size. The same type of thing will happen right here. You're gonna have something like this on the end of the swivel. The swivel will get held with this locking socket, but then this part right here can bounce off and you'll lose it. So if you got something like this and you gotta make sure that you line up the hole. See that hole there? You gotta make sure you line up that hole with this lock button right there, and then you're in business. What else we got? We got, oh, this is a very nice little piece right here. This is the shallowest piece you can possibly buy for your quarter drive ratchet. And I probably got to get a quarter drive ratchet here to show you how that works. So I'll be right back with that one. Is that all I bought? I got one more here. This is the flip socket I was telling you about. This one's got a different type of package. You got to rip the top off like such. is a really nifty piece right here. It's got, I really wanted a 10 millimeter on one side and a 13 millimeter on the other, but they didn't sell that one. So this is an 8 millimeter on one side and a 10 millimeter on the other. It's a, like I said, it's a flip socket, and it's triple square, 12 point. So you have to have a Matco extension or a snap-on extension or something of that sort, because what I've learned is, like, this is a blue point. It's just fat enough to where it will not fit. It will not go in there and click into place. But your Matco extension is slim enough to where it'll lock into place and it won't come off. Of course, any extension will go in the 10 millimeter side. And also, of course, you're not going to put any locking extension in there with a big old collar on it like what I just bought. It won't even go in the 10 millimeter side. Another thing about the locking extension, Craftsman makes a locking extension as well, and so far this thing is held up. It's just got a little lever right here. If you don't like the bulkiness of this big collar on these type, but this big collar is much easier to use, and in my experience it doesn't really get in the way of anything. So yeah, the snap-on extensions are also slim enough to where they fit in both sides. It's a long snap-on extension and it'll clip into place even on the 8 millimeter side. There we go. And the last thing I said I would show you is this right here. It's not only a thumb wheel, but it will go on your quarter drive ratchet. So first off, you want to line up the hole with your little ball, wherever it is, right there. So it clicks into place right there. And then, of course, you don't want to break torque. You don't want to put a lot of torque on a 3/8 drive, but sometimes I use these, especially on my electric ratchets, just for moving fasteners in and out. I break torque with something like, I want to get more familiar with using a breaker bar to actually break torque. That way I don't put stress on my gear ratchet mechanisms, because I don't have a tool truck anymore, so I can't just warranty these things out very easily. So it really is not that much extra hassle to actually get a breaker bar and break torque with everything manually, and then everything goes in and out much easier. So take that with a grain of salt, if you will. Maybe that's silly, maybe not. Where is my 3/8 drive? So the other thing is, this is the slimmest profile you can possibly get. So I can thumb wheel stuff easily. Anything 3/8 drive I want, I can just toss it on a ratchet, and now it's an instant thumb wheel. And most of the time, when you're fastening things back up, you don't need as much torque as whenever you have to break frozen bolts loose. So I could tighten it with, sometimes it's not enough with the ratchet to get it. Sometimes you're fighting with it like this, and the nut or the bolt is just spinning back and forth. Now you can just thumb it in. I think it's a cool little tool. I'm pretty happy I bought it. If you want to buy one yourself, here's the number for it. AMAFB. Alright, that's my little tool haul video. If you liked it, like and subscribe the video. I'll give you more stuff in the future. I got one more thing off eBay that I recently bought. I've already got one of these, and I could have bought this off Matco as well, but in this particular case, this one was in good enough shape, and it was cheap enough to where I just bought this tool used. Because you'd be surprised how expensive these things are. You'd be surprised how much packaging people use. I guess it was kind of smart to wrap that hook, because that could have poked through the bag. But this is basically brand new. I think they said it was used, but it's in such good condition. This is my favorite style hose pick. It's got the absolute perfect style profile, and this little round part right here really helps when you're getting inside of a hose and you can just roll it back and forth. The lip goes into this loop and just really helps you pull the hose back and loose. Sometimes you can stick the hook back in there, spray a little lubricant on the hose, and then the lubricant will just roll around the hose as well. I've got that in different videos. But that's that. I got 2 of them now. I used to have another one, but I lost it. So maybe it's underneath the hood somewhere. I hate when that happens.